A hurg is a furry, four-legged creature with a snout and fangs, but has a friendly disposition. They come in a variety of shapes and have many fur types from centuries of domestication. You mean a dog? Yeah. That's so stupid. With a snout and fangs. That's my hurg. That's my hurg, Fido. Alright, what do we want to do with Monkey here? We want him to be a sergeant. I guess I could just go ahead and give him Rally the Troops. Well, I mean, you know, with fan fiction, you have to assume it's going to be awful. He had a unique name for every single creature, even just like rats. That's so dumb. Like, if you want to create a unique sort of animal in your book or whatever, that's fine. But try to make it different from things that actually exist in the real world. You know, like I think in the second book I have this fancy bullshit name for some kind of bird, but the difference is that there's unique aspects of it that aren't in the real world, like the egg yolks are blue and things like that. You know, there's different things about it. Whereas if you're just like describing a, you know, like just the exact same thing, it just seems silly to. Um. Anyway, common fantasy animal everyone knows shouldn't get stupid unique names too. Oh yeah, no, fair point. Like dragon, sure. Wyvern, I agree. But I'm saying if you invent something totally new, smash two together and concatenate their names. Do we want to go ahead and take Rally? I think we need to take Rally because we could end up fighting Geists pretty soon. And that will kind of make that possible. On the other hand, I kind of want to give him Steel Brow so he doesn't just get insta-killed by ranged attacks, you know? Quick Hands would also be good for a sergeant. I think we'll just give him Rally. Okay, Son of Doesn't He gets Fatigue and HP. Boy, his defense blows. His defense just fucking blows. Let's give him some of that, I guess. I'm not sure what he's going to turn into. His stars are kind of Shield Bro stars, I guess. But we already have a ton of Shield Bros. Although, I mean, it's kind of hard to have too many, you know? What perk do we want to give him? He's going to want recovery eventually, I'm sure. So we might just go ahead and do that. Tempted to start giving everybody quick hands, you know? Alright, guess let's give him recover. It's a dead perk right now, but it'll be good later, regardless of what direction I put him in. He describes a blarg as a canine-like creature. Okay, now that's just cheating. You can't say that it's canine-like if it's just a dog. Just say it's a canine. It's just what it is, you know? Yeah, you know? Yeah, we don't have any other particularly interesting weapons here. Although, we could go ahead and... Oh man, we should give somebody flail mastery for that flail. I don't know for sure that I'm actually going to get it though, so... Whatever, let's just give him recovery. You pretty much want recover on all your guys anyway, from what I understand, so it'll happen. It'll be useful at some point. Alright, we have to go supply raiding. There's no question. I could, I guess, trek back to Seastot and hope for a mission, but... Okay, this dude's walking here. Trading caravan. Mm-hmm. Not bad. These poor guards. Yeah, they're having a rough time today. This is not their best day ever on the job. They don't have armor or weapons, right? Let's get them, lads. Okay, this is a bit of a problem. Yeah, pretty much, NG Matt. Although I would like to, at some point, stop taking these kinds of fights and be a hero again. One of the guards looks like Ebbering. Oh, the bald one. He's not, well, I probably shouldn't say what I was about to say. I was going to say he's, not doing a certain thing enough to be that individual, but, I decided not to finish that sentence. MIA, bros. Okay, we'll run them down. We're gonna take every little bit of money we can get, so we're gonna take his armor. As crappy as his armor is. Well, here's the way crises work. Every 40 to 90 days, I think, depending on how well the game thinks you're doing, a crisis gets spawned. And when that crisis is over, the timer resets. And then another crisis happens, and the same crisis cannot happen 2 times in a row. So right now there is no chance of a noble war, because, yeah, the undead crisis is going on. But in 40 to 90 days... maybe. Used to stream snipe people in League? How did they prove that you were doing it? I mean, that sounds like a completely unprovable sort of thing, you know? Unless you're bragging about it, in which case, well, you get caught by admission. I'd brag about it, I see. I see. Okay, no trading goods, unfortunately. A little bit of money, but not enough, really. Man, I hope that famed item's still available. When we get back there. Oh, look at that fat +5. Boom. Huh. Matt, I have to help, I think. I don't think it'll go away without me doing anything at all, but I've noticed that they do kind of just go away after enough time passes if you help a little bit. Like the soldiers, every time they kill a zombie group, I think it makes you progress through the crisis. So I'm not sure. I have yet to see a crisis end or like start start going the wrong way. You know, it always seems to be being won. So I don't know if it gets harder like as the days progress or what, but I do know that massive armies of undead will be running around, and I'm gonna have to avoid some of them because I just won't be able to win versus them. Man, should I take some melee defense on this guy? He shouldn't be in melee ever, but he might end up in melee at some point anyway. Let's just give him fatigue. Yeah. I'm seriously tempted to give him Lone Wolf, to be honest. Like stick him by himself and then shoot from the back, you know? He's up to the point where he could go ahead and take Battle Forged or Nimble. I think you're supposed to take Nimble on Archer guys, you know? Every time someone reports a DCSS change, I tell myself it won't shock me about how stupid it is, but it always does. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Honestly, like, the fact that Pleasing Fungus came back is one of the worst things for DCSS ever. This whole new clock idea is completely insane. Yeah, it's really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I can't imagine anybody thinking it's a good idea, but I think that about so many of their changes that it's kind of hard to even keep track. God, I have so many good perk picks right now. We could take Berserk, we could take Steelbrow, we could take Nimble. I feel like we want Berserk more than anything, so we could just keep shooting. We could take Lone Wolf even. I don't know if I said that. Well, Lone Wolf is actually bad because we're going to want to be right behind people for the javelins since we took Throwing Mastery already, so we won't do that. We're going to want to take Duelist on this guy. For sure. There's no question about that. I think we're just going to take Berserk. Good. This is the fast track to money here. If we're lucky, we'll get another caravan with like 2 dies on it. Wow, are they really not moving forward? Wow, they're not moving forward. Okay. How strange. Okay, well, you just want to let me snipe you forever. That's cool. What was the inspiration for Barnswallow? Oh, the name? It had to do with some aspects of the bird, which I can get into on Discord if you like. Like some of the behaviors of a barn swallow. Wow, can we really just snipe them forever? This freaking tree is just placed perfectly. Why don't we move up like this and then... Yeah, that's the secret, that's the hidden message, Frog Wizard, but, you know, I didn't want people to know that, so I lie and I say that it's about a bird. Don't tell anybody it's my secret. Okay, the tree is not in the way anymore. Yeah, with a K, huh? First of all, his father was a goat farmer, I'll have you know. No horses were on that farm. So are they really just gonna let me snipe their asses down? Is that... This is so strange. What is the AI doing? I've never seen the AI just sort of be dopey like this before. Uh-huh. This is like how the DCSS devs deal with you. Shoot arrows from across the map. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty good analogy there. And this is slow, but I'm gonna do it just to save myself tool damage, you know? Well, you know, if they keep just completely doing completely insane things to the game, eventually there's going to be another fork that takes over. I don't care how big the network effects are. Like if they keep just going in this absolutely ridiculous direction, I can't imagine too many people are going to want to play. You know, particularly with the clock. That's the big thing that I don't see that lasting. It's just very hard for me to believe that anybody would want to do that. Yeah, it is hard to believe. I mean, they've turned every single game into a turn count game. Yeah, well, I feel that way about a lot of the changes to the game lately. It's like, you look at it and you're like, oh, they're just kidding, right? No. They're never kidding. It's always serious. It's always very surprising, but they did remove the Cloud Wand, yeah. Well, that has more to do, I think, with Ebering being too incompetent to fix his coding error, where he made it so that monsters could use Cloud Wands, and then the monsters proceeded to kill themselves with the Cloud Wands, and I guess he probably couldn't figure out how to fix that. Right, yeah. This is so interesting. Alright, we'll just pass turn. So they're just chilling out while the arrows rain on them. I don't really need to min-max this fight quite this hard, but... Are they really doing that, Frog Wizard? Are you serious? They're not done yet? Oh, Jesus Christ. This is what happens, man. You have these open source projects that get co-opted by political ideologues, basically. And it becomes less about making an interesting game and more about pushing some kind of bizarre ideology, you know, as hard as they possibly can. Hello, zombie caravan guard. Guess it's time for me to go to work here. But yeah, I mean, you can't really do both at once, in my opinion. I don't think it's like... at some point you have to decide what your priority is, you know? And for them, it's not about making a good game. Like I said, it's about the political aspect. And about their egos, you know? And all the people who were interested in making a game, first and foremost, like Grunt and even Elliptic, you know, he's basically gone. They're not around anymore, you know, so. Hey, thank you.
Sorry that took so long.
Oh, I didn't realize you had left, actually. I thought you were taking a nap.
No, well, I just left because they were mowing, they were blocking me.
Oh, well, you just asked him to... You could have just said, hey,
You're
bro.
right. I didn't even think of that, to be honest.
Talking is an option. All right, well, thank you for the coffee.
You're welcome.
I was just brought some delicious black coffee. Malcolm does a girl voice to pretend he's talking to someone. Was I throwing my voice as well, like across the room? Coffee is good. Bro, did that zombie just steal my kill? Okay, good. No, he didn't. It's gonna be butthurt. Oh, always Frog Wizard. Every day. I wonder if the donkey comes back from the dead. Did the devs you mentioned get bored and leave or get pushed out? Some combination of the two. Anybody who didn't agree with their ideology got pushed out over the years. But also some people, I think, and here's something that tends to be true. I've noticed that the most competent people in these kinds of projects, they're not always like me. You know, I'm very loud and outspoken about, you know, when I see some completely stupid ass shit that I don't agree with, I will say something about it, and I'll kind of spin against the way it turns, so to speak. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of competent people don't do that as well. You know, they don't have an axe to grind necessarily. But they also don't want to be around that shit. You know, I don't want to be around that shit, but I'll say something about it. But a lot of competent people they'll just leave. You know, they'll vote with their feet, so to speak. So, you know, I think a lot of those people saw the direction that DCSS was going in and just kind of left. On the other hand, a lot of them were just sort of treated badly. You know, a lot of would-be contributors that could have become developers, and by developers I mean people with keys to the GitHub. People who did things that contributed huge things to the game, like Steel Neuron, you know, or guy's name slips my mind right now, but like people. Okay, so Steel Neuron made Wujan, and I think he also made. God, the history's slipping my mind. But the point is there's a lot of contributors who have made things that actually are in the game right now, but then the things got mutilated beyond all recognition by the devs with no input from the contributor. And then sometimes they would submit a PR, and the PR would get ignored for literally 2 years in some examples. And then you wonder why it is that people say, well, you know, DCSS is not... You can't call it stone soup anymore. What does stone soup mean? Okay, the idea was that everybody's putting something in. But that's not really the case. It's more of like an insular little in-group where people get to, you know... have their little development party among five to 10 people, and then any outside contributor gets sort of looked at with the side eye, you know. Which is one of the reasons why I don't really play DCSS anymore. Doesn't he made the spell library system, and he was indeed treated like abject garbage by the dev team. He's still, and they almost at first they didn't want to credit him with what he did, which made me livid, you know, for him, because it's like, you know, he put in the work, he ought to get the credit, you know. That was a huge benefit to the mainline game. And at first they were trying to act like he didn't do it, you know, like they were the ones who built it. That dickhead Advil actually wrote this fucking just mean-spirited, just cruel-ass post about Doesn't He, where he was like, oh, well, he didn't actually do that much, when he's the one who wrote the initial commit, the lion's share of the code and the thing, and he was trying to downplay it like he hadn't done anything, you know. And unfortunately, in computer science, you can piss on people's legs and you can tell them that it's raining, and they'll believe it if they don't have the technical you know, ability to look at the code, and because, you know, not everybody is a CS expert, you know. So you can lie to people and they might believe you if you're in a position of authority, like, you know, like the DCSS devs are. Unfortunately for him, there are people like me who can look at the code and see for a fact that Doesn't He actually wrote most of this and he should get the credit, you know. But it's just mean-spirited, you know. The fact that they tried to push him out in that way especially was just petty, you know. You don't trust CS nerds. You probably shouldn't, you know, because it's like you can sort of massage reality in whatever way you want if you understand something and somebody else doesn't. Electric engineer chats represent. Oh, you mean those guys who can't code? Hey, here we go. We finally did it. So unfortunately in this game, your look on the map changes when you do that ambition. So I no longer look like a barbarian. But that kind of homogenizes everything, which I don't think is a good thing. But it is good that we finished that ambition. Holy shit, that's a lot of brigands. It's undead. It's a giant army of brigands, holy shit. These undead are just sitting in the swamp. Electric engineering pays well, I know that much. Are they gonna fight? I guess they're not gonna fight. I don't really want to fight brigands for no reason. We still do not have the money. Don't go too far north? Why? We don't have the money to buy the flail. You don't want to get trapped again. I'm not going through that forest at night, I'll tell you that much. We're watching closely over here. I guess I could get trapped in this swamp at night, that wouldn't be good. I'm trying to follow these tracks, the ones heading southwest, because it looks small enough that it could be a caravan. If I'm lucky, it'll be a supply caravan. Here we go. So, I don't want to take these first two ambitions because while I would really like to get my battle standard back, we don't want to spend any money. So I think that we're just going to take the undead crisis ambition. And it might take a little while to finish, but what are you going to do? Yeah, there's an ambition that basically monitors how the crisis is going. Battle standard was probably the choice, but I'm being very greedy. I want that famed item. No, I think you're probably right. It's actually 1,000 GP. You just have to have 2,000. Should we fight this army? I wonder. It's 14. It's probably too many. Maybe during the night we could do it. It's a friendly caravan. I probably shouldn't be fighting soldiers right now, considering. Well, maybe we can get a nice fat quest here. There's our first noble contract. Marauding greedskins around Seastadt. What's this other town mission? The Dice of Destiny at Disturbed Mass Grave. That's my third book, Frog Wizard. I have thought about writing like a political book that just kind of details some of my thoughts on stuff, but I get the feeling it would get banned from Amazon if I tried to do that. Well, if I do this quest, it pushes along the undead crisis, you know, which would be good. We're gonna do the Dice of Destiny thing first because this is this doesn't require us to take a boat, you know, to Seastadt. I just hope that this doesn't have a priest or anything. It's only 2 skulls, so it should just be some auxiliaries. Oh, actually, it could have Geist. That would be super bad. Oh man, that would be terrible. Let's give our boy a flail because spears are very bad versus Wiedergangers, or versus auxiliaries rather. They're great versus Wiedergangers. Everybody else has weapons that are perfectly fine. Even the the pikes are basically okay. I can holy water the Geists if things get dire. That's true. I did get the holy water from that one event, so we should equip that on everybody. Where's our sergeant? Monkey the sergeant. Maybe give him both holy waters. He's the least likely to fall, considering he's got super high morale. Yeah, it's just undead, though. Sir, trouble. The false king dares trespass here. That's me. Ancient legionaries, so level 2 undead. Well, this is kind of cool. We've got a bit of high ground here. We'll set up our line like this. Oh, these guys probably shouldn't be in front. Let's put Elka Soup there. Bow Dude is not going to be all that useful here today. I wish I had throwing axes. I would have handed him some. This is going to do much less damage. You know. Also, his vision is -1 from the stupid kettle hat. So why don't we just go ahead and throw on the javelins, yeah. They are super spooky. Just release the falcon for fun. Okay, I don't really want to have Rogue Shenanigans out in front. He's definitely not tough enough to really do this. Enish is, but he's got Nimble. So maybe we just put Rogue Shenanigans here. We let one of them pop up, and we just sort of crush them. They can't resist taking the high ground. They always do it. Oh, he actually attacks. He's going to go down quick then, with no shield wall. These guys can do enormous damage. Okay. 68% chance to hit. If I wanted to, I could split and do a little damage to the legionary. Washing machine vibes in this record. They're coded to only recognize their high ground. Yeah, I think you're actually right about that, Frog Wizard. The fact that they're above most enemies, you know? Rather than caring about what's actually next to them. That may be right. I think we attack. Yeah, I think you're right. Might be a thing you can exploit. Yeah, maybe. Alright, so what I'm tempted to do is throw Mazanaka right in the middle of here, like a madman. And then, well, I don't have Indomitable, so that's a little crazy. Why don't we just wait and kind of see what happens in the rest of this fight? Okay, 24, 22, 41. Do a little damage to those guys. Oh, I should have had my shrooms first. I don't need them. It'll be okay. Wonder if we should be shield walling with these bros. Damn it. Alright, 37, 37. How about instead... Fuck me, I should have waited with blokes actually and split shielded first. I think he did hit both times though, so it's okay. Can I increase the music volume a bit? What do you guys think? Should I? The South Empire will rise again. I think the Empire... Are they from the South? I think they're from everywhere, basically. A little bit? Alright, sure. Maybe like 2 pips. Is that enough, or maybe a little more? Up to you guys, really. Was that really too loud, Frog Wizard? Oh, you're fucking with me. Don't you fib. I hear. Okay. Holy shit! El Kassoop! What the fuck? Why is he not blocking anything? Oh no no no! He is gonna be soup next round. Holy shit. Well, I had to run Mazanaka up here. Jesus Christ. Okay, I knew I shouldn't have taken this damn fight. Undead are just so irritating to fight. Fuck me. Okay, it's less about the shield wall, it's more about the raw damage that these guys are doing to El Kassoop. Didn't expect him to die so easy. His melee defense is huge. Let me find him. Yeah, his melee defense is 38. He just refused to dodge anything. It's terrible. 11 turns, 21 turns. Yeah, he doesn't even get to act before these guys act. Repelling is not going to do anything. Fuck me. Have the cleric cast healed. Yeah, I'll get right on that. I mean, Alf can rotate out, which helps a little bit, but not really. Well, that's helpful. Okay. If I was able to... Wait, accent 7 turns, 8 turns, 15 turns. Fuck me, there's gonna be so many attacks. The Pavis Master. Yeah, I know, right? He's supposed to be like a shield guy, but... Nope. Okay, we could swing or we could bust out a dog. The dog's not really going to help, though. He'll run off this way and none of these guys will absorb attacks. I could knock back, but they're just going to swing anyway, so let's try to kill this. If we kill this, his defenses go up a bit. Well, here he is. So we could rotate right now, and that puts him next to less guys. But he still eats 2 attacks from legionaries. There's just no fucking way. Holy shit, this is stupid. it's that Iron Man mode, bro. I can't believe this is happening with 38 melee defense. He just didn't dodge a single attack as far as I could tell. It's the worst thing about this game. Didn't even get the hit there. Alright, well, we'll rotate him out. But not actually out. Wait, does he have 9 lives? Did I have the foresight to give him that? No, he doesn't even have 9 lives. Fuck! Yeah, it's frustrating, for sure. Of course, Rogue Shenanigans doesn't get that hit. Did they just rotate so they could get the other attack on him? Are you fucking kidding me? Well, at least I'm blocking some. Oh, wow, he didn't die. He actually didn't die. This fight's gonna go poorly, though. In general, I need to use Rally on my monk. Everybody's having bad morale right now. Okay. Probably just shield wall with him. Finally, we get to kill that guy. I should have used my mushrooms, by the way. At the beginning of this fight, I didn't realize this was going to go so poorly. Could step forward and start attacking these guys in the back. God, the damage that I'm doing to these things is like a joke. Darth Plagueis the Wise, huh? It's probably not a story that the Jedi would tell me. Well, at least blokes in Mazanaka are kicking ass. So I moved Rogue Shenanigans up, and that's incredibly risky, and I probably shouldn't have. However, I got to do a ton of damage to that legionary, so that's cool. Fucking Christ. Alright. Alright. I guess I should have been shield walling this entire time with all these guys. We lost both of them. Or I could just lose everybody. That's cool. Severe is dead. I knew I should have run off with Rogue Shenanigans. I mean, this is what I get for abandoning my nimble on everybody plan. Because if you don't have the armor, you can't live through stuff like this on with two-handers, you know. Trying to see who else died. That was Severe and El Kassoop and Rogue Shenanigans, but are they actually dead? Struck down Severe. Severe's not dead. It's basically a wipe even if he went. Well, I mean, not exactly, but yeah. It's a pain to replace people. That's the frustrating thing, but I mean, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna... If you start the game over, it's like you're in the same sort of place, you know? Okay, there's Monkey. It's just, it would be nice if I could roll and actually hit with some of these, like, greater than 50% chances, you know? We're definitely not going to run away, though. How is my morale so shitty? Is my resolve really that bad on these guys? No banner? Ah, yeah. Well, you don't always have a banner out. Typically, your banner guy actually doesn't keep his banner out. Have a fear perk, do they? Alright. Alright. Oh yeah, I remember the Mansplitter. I bet he's going to be better with it than Rogue Shenanigans actually was. They were the Bitcoin Barbarians, thank you very much. And all the Barbarians are still alive. For now. Yeah, this is horseshit. I'm just never going to take undead missions in the future. Unless I already have a team of Battleforge guys. Because this is incredibly dumb. These polearm skeletons. Oh, I know there's harder skeletons for sure. Shield plus polearm. Yeah, well the shield guys are... Yeah, it's a problem. Of course we miss. I think I have to go for damage. I'm gonna lose Mazanaki, just his 9 lives just kicked in. 37%. Oh. 2, 3, 4. The rally didn't work. Distance actually is a factor there. I shouldn't have moved away. He's done. Well, shit. I guess this is probably it. I probably will just retire after this since we lost one of our barbarians. Then again, after doing this mission, I'll be able to afford the 3-headed flail, so maybe we should just keep going. Let's see how many more guys die. Keep going. This fatigue is killing me. Losing 130 your company for 770 gold. Well, you know, fuck me for thinking that this 80-day company could take these guys easily. You know? We were definitely... Well, we weren't equipped enough for it, but I thought we were equipped enough for it. Take over as the skeletons. Oh, I see, I see. Get right on that. This is Monkey, and he doesn't have the fatigue to rally. If we had the right team, if they were all shield guys, we would have been fine. People say rotate's bad in this game, but I'm not sure how you take fights like this without like a full team of rotator guys. I mean, I imagine there's really only two ways to go about it. One is to have, yeah, really high melee attacks so you can just ignore the shields. Or some way to hit the pike guys, you know, from the front, like either having polearm dudes in front or having like two-handed sword guys in front, Bardich even, you know, because the guys with the pikes go down really fast if you're actually doing damage to them. But, yeah, I think a lot of it is offense. And my average melee attack was not... I mean, it wasn't, like, terrible, but it wasn't amazing either. Having the slashing polearms. You mean billhooks? Yeah, billhooks would have been... I only have the one billhook, unfortunately. Yeah, instead... I mean, pikes are really bad, obviously, versus undead because of the damage penalty. But it was not really, I didn't really have anything else to put on them, you know? I needed those guys to have reach weapons. But yeah, I mean, having lost multiple campaigns to this horse shit, I think I've decided that I'm just never going to take undead fights unless I have the perfect setup for it. Well, not undead fights, but skeleton fights. Wiederganger fights are easy. Probably just, like, ignore the undead crisis if it's going on and I'm not strong enough yet to do it, you know? I don't think there's really any consequence for that. If you don't have permanent destruction turned on. Let's just roll poorly a million times in a row. Having a shield for two-handed guys is kind of an interesting play. What, with like quick hands? It's an old strategy for that before certain nerfs, I believe. Wow, 9 lives just saved Enish. This is all fucked up, by the way. Fighting like 3 things and, you know, not combined, so to speak. Not combining my DPS. If I move up, can I attack? Yeah. I don't even care if I lose guys at this point. My tilt made it worse. Oh, there's no question about that. Just got butt hurt. I mean, because I'm planning on resigning anyway. After losing this many guys on day fucking 80, you know. Oh man, it's brutal. But I mean, that's the interesting thing about this game is like you have to have the correct preparations, the correct items, you know? You can't, no matter what happens in the game, you cannot just build a character to take the fight with fights with legionaries unless you also have the right equipment for it. As far as I can tell, I'm open to being proven wrong. But it's like if you roll in here with and you just haven't found the right stuff, then you're gonna be in for a very bad time. With that said, I mean, there was nothing forcing me to take that fight, you know. So it's like, it's 100% my fault for having taken it, but a lot of it is just kind of being able to decide if, if you can do it. Should have gone for the greenskins. Yeah, this team was way better at fighting orcs and has fought orcs and won. I could have netted, by the way. That was probably a huge mistake. Hey, Cosmic Phoenix. The biggest mistake I made in this fight, other than taking it in the first place, was not recognizing just how dangerous it was. And so I didn't take it seriously, and by the time it turned out that it was, you know, super deadly, I was already losing most of my fucking guys. So, netting would have fixed it. Probably the holy water would have fixed it. There's a lot of things I could have done differently. I don't know. I think I'll probably retire at this point. This guy has a missing nose. This guy has a weakened heart. This guy has a weakened heart. We had more survivals than I expected, but 4 people dead. One of them is my starting barbarian, Enish. And a bunch of garbage for our trouble. I guess we'll, Your guy never lasts past day 10. Yeah, I hate you so much, Frog Wizard. Are you even in this run? Yeah, there's no Frog Wizard here. Got the Dice of Destiny. Can the Dice of Destiny revive my, my dead allies? The townsfolk seem to be in good spirits now. Wonderful. Alright, I'll tell you what, we're gonna do a poll. And the question is gonna be retire. Do we retire the Bitcoin Barbarians after that bad beat? Can't believe Sneed is dead. Sneed's feed and seed. The Sneed man. R.I.P. The Sneed man, the animal. Alright, so if you look at the top right, there's a poll on Twitch right now for whether I should keep going with this run or start a new one. It's not impossible to come back, you certainly can. It's just kind of gonna take a while. We could at least perhaps, like, survive the crisis, I don't know. Technically, you are considered to have won if you survive the crisis. Yeah, it looks like we voted for retiring. You can still outlast the crisis, that's certainly true. But do we really want to keep adventuring with a missing nose? Mazanaka, you appear to have a missing nose, my friend. Yeah, we lost too much. Also, hey, what's up, man? Alrighty, let's retire. This will be the ignoble end of the Bitcoin Barbarians. It's an interesting start. Let's see how this goes. You rebuilt well the Bitcoin Barbarians. You worked hard to bolster its ranks with fresh bodies, and you worked even harder to make sure that the name meant something again across the land. When you finally retired, you left a severe Axemaster. Hey, his heart was all fucked up from the battle, in command of the company and wished him well. Under his leadership, the Bitcoin Barbarians did well enough, working wherever there was coin to be made for crossing swords. Several months after your leave, a feud between noble houses escalated. Severe didn't hesitate to seize the opportunity to fill the company's coffers with spoils of war. But others chose to seek a different path. Monkey the Monk retired. Oh, cool. There's like a story as to what happened to these guys. Retired back into calmer spiritual duties. Oh, he's in the monastery. Alf the Grave Robber. He left the company and joined a similar competing outfit. Severe Axemaster didn't see what was coming. After a few successful skirmishes into the war, they found themselves pitted against superior numbers with no way out and no reinforcements coming. They were made a pawn sacrifice, discarded as a ruse to draw out the enemy and strike elsewhere. Mercenaries are easily replaced and dead ones don't ask to be paid. Oh no. Few remember the name Bitcoin Barbarians when it was over. Oh no. Alright. The tale of the Bitcoin Barbarians comes to a close. Did you know that there are many ways that you can help support this channel? Read about them on rosecrypto.com/support. At Rose Crypto, you can learn all about cool things like the Brave web browser, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.